We've got 600 acres of eucalyptus forest, and I think everyone's driven through the eucalyptus forest and know it's incredibly dense. The Anzar fire a couple of years ago, I think, woke all of us up that it's a real hazard.
Since the fire occurred, PG&E immediately responded, began removing trees within their easement area, but also went as far as looking at trees that had the potential to actually fall into either the easement area or into the wires, and began removing trees on our property that had the potential to fall into the lines. That helped kind of reset the stage of here's what we have, and now we feel that we've created a safer environment, and how do we move forward? And that's part of the overall management plan that we're working on now.
We do a lot of work with a couple different tree removal companies that we work with. And the goal is basically to manage the forest. So one, there's fire breaks, and then two, that we are pulling the trees and brush away from the power lines so that if they did fall, they're not going to contact the lines. So we partner with PG&E on this. We partner with CAL FIRE, and we've been working together to come up with a plan and a program that basically keeps us safe and our community safe, for the foreseeable future.
In the interim, we're also doing some selective removal of eucalyptus near roadways and corridors to help kind of open things up should CAL FIRE or anybody else need to respond in the future. And I've also met with CAL FIRE, the local battalion chief from Aromas, as well as almost half his staff. I think we had about 7 CAL FIRE people at the meeting. And what I showed them was that a lot of the eucalyptus forest had historically been harvested, and there are internal, I'll call them logging roads, that run through the forest, and we want to open those things up. We want to make them accessible and usable for our future management, as well as if there is a need for emergency access. And so we're incorporating all of that information into a management plan, and we're also overlapping the work that they're doing with the biological work that you have to do anytime you're going to do any kind of vegetation removal. You have to understand, do we need to do nesting bird surveys? Do we need to look for features that that are sensitive? And so we're incorporating that with the right biologists as well to give us a full package.